Good morning, student. Again, I am here, myself Anup Kumar, and in previous all the 5 videos of I have explained chapter 6 operation on algebraic expression. The topic is here now, and in previous 6 video, I have explained some identities and how can we use to solve any algebraic expression by using their identities. Okay, now some of the more points are left, and it's my 6th video. I hope that it will help you. So let's see. If the question is, at first I am making a formula. If the question is x plus 1 by x by 4, sorry, by square, x plus 1 by x square. Okay, here you can see that a is x and b is 1 by x. So it is in the form of a plus b the whole square. That is, we have to apply the same formula, a plus b the whole square. Then the formula will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. That is the formula for a plus b the whole square. So same formula we will apply here also. So let's see. A square, that is x square, plus first term, middle term we will solve in last. Now at last b square is 1 by x square. So 1 square 1 and x square x square. Okay, now 2ab, 2 ax and b 1 by x. Okay, now see, I am erasing this formula here. Here you can see x and x cancelled out. Then what value you will get? X square, and after that write this term first, then x square plus 1 by x square, and then plus 2 only. So plus 2. That is, if the first term, that is if a is x and b is the reciprocal of x, then we can directly use this formula. What is this formula? X plus 1 by x the whole square is equal to x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. So we can directly use this formula if the question is of this type. Okay. Now if the question is that in the place of plus, if there is a minus, then we will use same formula, a minus b square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, then it will be x square minus 2 into x into 1 by x, then plus 1 by x square. Same on this formula. Now see, x minus 1 by x the whole square is equal to, again x is cancelled out, and minus 2. So x square plus this one we will write first, and minus 2 only. That is, the sign of 2 will change only if the sign of this term is changed. If I have plus, then we will write all plus. If there minus, then at 2 we will write minus sign. Okay, I hope that you all have understood. Okay, let's see one question based on this. If the question is if x plus 1 by x is equal to 4, then find x plus 1 by x the whole square. And question 1, and wait, not square, x square plus 1 by x square, and the second is x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4. Okay, so let's see how can I solve it. At first, what is given? Given is x plus 1 by x is equal to 4. Okay. Now we can use the formula. what formula we can use? That x plus 1 by x the whole square is equal to x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. That is the formula we can use. Now x plus 1 by x is equal to 4. It is the whole value, not the separately value. So directly we will add 4 the square, and here x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. Okay. Now 4 square 16. Now x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. Now here the value is 2 plus 2. Then if it will come here, then it will be minus 2. Then x square plus 1 by x square. That is 14. So we can say that value of x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 14. So this will be answer of question number 1. Okay. I hope that you all have understood. And now we have to find x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4. Then how can we find? Because we have just discussed the formula of only x plus 1 by x square, not the power 4. Okay. Then in how can we solve it? Let's see that how can we solve. Now I am solving it by another method. Okay. Answer is x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 14. That is the question number 1. So we will write, we have just solved in question number 2. We have just solved x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 14. Okay. Now if there is more than power on x, then how can we find? There is one another method that I am explaining here. At first, you can write square both sides. Square both sides means square in LHS and RHS both. That is x square plus 1 by x square the whole square and 14 the whole square. And as I say that if we are plotting any formula, any value in mathematics, then we have to balance it, and that's why I have written both sides to balance this. Okay. Now after that, now it is on the formula. Okay. Here x square is whole A. We can say that x square is whole A, 1 by x square is whole B. Now A plus B the whole square. So we will put this formula, that is, at first write the formula in the bracket so that you can easily write a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now I am writing b square first and 2ab at last. Now close the bracket. Now here formula is a square, that is x square square plus then b square is 1 by x square. So keep in bracket and then square. Okay. Now 2ab, that is 2 into a into b. A is x square and b is again x square, 1 by x square. Okay. Now is equal to 14 square is equal to 196. Okay. Again x square cancelled out. So the value is multiple power 2 2 is 4. Here again 2 2 is 4. So 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 is equal to 196. Now here after that, if we will take plus 2 to that side, x4 plus 1 by x4 is equal to 196 minus 2, then you will get 194. So this is the answer of question number 2. So like this we will solve it. But if the same question, but the question is has negative sign, a plus sign, all plus. Now let's solve one question based on the negative value. Okay. Now see, if the question is that if x minus 1 by x is equal to 3, Whole value is given x minus 1 by x is equal to 3. And we have to find the value of x plus 1 by, x square plus 1 by x square in question number 1, and in question 2 again x4 plus 1 by x4. But I have written here minus and the question is in plus. You can see in your formula, if plus then again plus and minus then again also plus. Let's see. Here given x minus 1 by x is equal to 3. Now I am not using the formula here. Again you can solve it by the same method which we have used in question number 2 of first question. Okay, so let's see at first. Again squaring both sides. You can also solve from starting also by this method. Squaring both sides. Then x minus 1 by x the whole square is equal to 3 square. Now it is in the form of a minus b square. Then a minus b square is equal to same formula, a square, that is a minus b square is equal to a square plus b square and then minus 2ab. Okay, now we can write it x square plus 1 by x square and minus 2ab. So minus 2 into x into 1 by x is equal to 3 square 9. Again x is cancelled out. Now it will be x square plus 1 by x square minus 2 is equal to 9. If minus 2 will go there, then it will be plus. So x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 9 plus 2. That is, we can say that x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 11. So this will be our value if x minus 1 by x is given. Okay, let's see that how to find x4 plus 1 by x4. Same repeating. We will repeat the question like this. Again we will write in question number 2. We have just solved x square plus 1 y x square is equal to 11. Again squaring both sides. Squaring both sides. Okay. Now student, squaring both sides, again we will square both term x square plus 1 y square to the whole square is equal to 11 to the whole square. Now again we will apply the same formula. A plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then it will be x square the square plus 1 by x square whole square plus 2 into x square into 1 by x square, and here in RHS 11 is 121. Okay, now here x square cancelled out. Now it will be x to the 4, that is x to the power 4 and 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 is equal to 121. Then x4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 is equal to, plus 2 will go there, then 121 minus 2. So x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 is equal to 119. Like this we will solve easily if the question is of this type. Okay. Now let's see that formula for squaring a binomial. The next topic I am going to discuss. Let's see here. But before discussing that, the next point, I want to say that it is the 6th video, and you can see, you have seen that there are many questions you have solved, one of addition and many points in this chapter. This is a very long chapter. Okay, first one is what is you have to keep some important points in your mind. If you will keep these important points on your mind, then it will be easy to solve every question of this exercise. First, that plus and minus. That is, what is the use of plus and minus? In addition, if in addition That is, if you have to add any two expression, add means no change of sign. If there is a subtraction, it means what? That is, we will change the sign of that expression if the minus sign is just before or outside of the expression. Then we will change the sign by linear method. But if we will arrange in column method, then we will change the sign of the second row only. So here plus minus. If you will do a mistake in plus minus, then whole answer will go. So you will be careful that plus minus. In plus minus you have to be careful. Now in next point, that is exponent. You have to see that each term of the algebraic expression is in descending order of exponent or not. If it is not in descending order of exponent, then at first you will convert it. At first you will change it. At first you will arrange it. That how can the expression, all the terms of the expression be in descending order. Okay? So you have to be careful about this. And the third point, that if you are adding or subtracting any two or more than expression, then you have to see that all the terms are like or not. If you are adding two terms or three terms or four terms, then it is like terms or not. Okay? Wait. Now, that is like term, that it is like or not. If you are solving one like and one unlike term, it means it is wrong, because the whole process is wrong now. If you cannot add any like terms, or you cannot add any like term and unlike term together, you have to be careful about this also, that all the terms are like or not. If it is not like, then leave it. The same result will be your answer. So these 3 points you have to keep in your mind always by solving any expression or in any question of this chapter. Okay dear? So let's move to the next topic, formula for squaring a binomial. Formula for squaring a binomial. Okay? Now, if the question is written that solve 54 to the power 2 by using identity. Now we have to solve this question by using identity. We cannot write like this. If 54 to the power 2, then 54 into 54, and then we will multiply. Here written identity. That is, we have to use the identity. We are not in class 5. That directly we will multiply. It is a question of class 8. And here also written that you have to use identity to solve this question. So we will use the identity. And as you know, I've just explained, or in previous videos I have explained, that what is the identity? A plus b to the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. The second identity is a minus b to the whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. In the third identity is that a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So these are the 3 identities, and we will see that which identities we will use in this question. Okay? So at first let's see. If any 2-digit number or any 3-digit is there, then we will expand it into 2 parts. We will expand it into 2 parts, and we will see that it is the first part is nearly equal to the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That is, after any number there should be 0. it is necessary. Okay, that is 54 nearly equal to 50. 54 is nearly equal to 50, and after that plus 4 we can write. That is 50 plus 4 to the whole square. Now you can see that what formula we can use. Here A and here B. It is the A and it is the B, and in between there is plus sign. Then what formula we will use? A plus B whole square. That is, we will use this formula. Now, if it is written, now we will write A. Now we will write the formula A plus B the whole square. A square plus 2AB plus B square. Now I am using identities. Now write this value here. 50 plus 4 whole square. You can see the value of A is 50. The value of B is 4. Put the value. Here A 50 whole square plus 2. There is no power in A or B. Directly we will write the value 50 and 4. That is 50 into 4 plus B square, that is 4 to the power 2. Now solve it. 50 square means 50 into 50. That is 5 5 ja 25. 50 into 50, that is 5 5 ja 25, and 1 0 and 1 0 double 0. 2500. Directly we can multiply like this. 2500. Now this will be 5 2 ja 10, 10 4 ja 40, and 1 0 more. 4 4 ja 60. Now add this. You will get 2916 answer. So, like using identity, we can solve this question. Okay. Let's see that if the question is based on the another identity. Okay. So let's see. Now, if the question is that solve 99 to the power 2 by using identities. Okay. Now 99 to the power 2. It is nearly equal to, as usual, 100, and 100 minus 1 is equal to 99. So 100 minus 1 is equal to 99. We can also write as 90 plus 9. We can also write it like this, 90 plus 9. Okay. But if there is more zero we will get, then the answer will be more easy. When you are solving it, then answer will be more easy if you will get more zero. Here only 1 0 and here 2 0. So it will be more easy. Let's see. Now here A and here B. So A minus B to the power 2. We will use this formula. A minus B to the power 2. So let's write down the formula at first. A minus B square is equal to A square minus 2AB plus B square. Now 100 minus 1 to the power 2 is equal to, here A is written, A means 100 value. Value of A is 100 and value of B is only 1. So 100 square minus 2 into A, 100 into B, 1 plus B square, that is 1 the whole square. Now 100 square, we can multiply directly like this. 100 into 100. 1 1 ja 1, 2 0 2 0 4 0. Directly we can multiply like this if the number is in 0. So 10,000 we will write 10,000 minus 200 plus 1. At first you can see here plus sign, here plus sign. At first we will add these two terms, then we will subtract with 200. Then it will be get 1 0 0 0 1 minus 200. Then what will you will get 1 0 and 98. That is 9801 will be our answer. Okay. Now let's see another question by using another identity. Okay. Let's see. if the question is that solve 14.7 into 15.3 by using identities. Okay. Now here you can see 14.7 is nearly equal to 15 and 15.3 is also nearly equal to 15. Then what value we will subtract from 15 to get 14.7? 0.3. 15 minus 0.3 will be 15.0 and 0.3. 14.7 you will get. And what value we will add? Plus 0.3. 15.0 and 0.3. If you will add here minus, here add, then you will get 15.3. That is, if we will subtract 0.3 and add 0.3, then you will get 14.7 and 15.3 respectively. Okay, so let's see. We can write 14.7 as 15 minus 0.3 and 15.3 as 15 plus 0.3. It means we can write 14.7 into 15.3 is equal to 15 minus 0.3 into 15 plus 0.3. Now you can see here, first term A, here first term A, both are same, both are 15. Second term B, second term B, again both are same. But here in between minus sign and here in between plus sign. Then we will use the third identity. A plus B into A minus B or A minus B into A plus B, it is same. Okay. So let's solve it by that formula. At first we will write that formula. Now that is A minus B into A plus B is equal to A square minus B square. This is the formula. Now 15 minus 0.3, it is necessary that minus should be write down, minus value will be write down here into 15 plus 0.3. Now here you can see value of A is 15 and value of B is 0.3. So we will write the value of A here 15 to the power 2 minus 0.3 to the power 2. Then 15 square means 15 into 15 is equal to 225. And at first, if you are multiplying, if you are squaring the decimal value, then at first remove the decimal value. Then if you will remove the decimal value, then only 3 you will get. Then 3 square 9. That is 0.3 into 0.3, 3 3 is 9. Now after decimal how many digits? Here after decimal only 1 digit. And here after decimal again 1 digit. Then 1 plus 1, 2 digit. That is in the answer we have to write the decimal. We have to, there is 2 places of decimal. So we will write here only 19. So we will write 10 more. Then 0.09 will be the answer. So we can write 0.09. Then add it, subtract it. If you will subtract it, 225 minus 0.09. 225 minus 0.09. Here you can see that before decimal there is only 0, but after decimal there is a digit. And in 225 there is no decimal. If in any number, in whole number, it means the decimal is after this value. Like this we will write. Now 0.09. 0.09. We will place each decimal just like this. You have studied in class 5. Sorry, class 7. You have studied. Now carry 10 minus 9, 1. Here 9. Then 4. 224.91 will be our answer. So like this we will solve any question by squaring a binomial by using identities. Okay. Now students, let's see another topic. That is to find continuous product. To find continued product. If the question is that how to find this, if the value is continued, that is x plus 1, x minus 1 and x square plus 1. If the question is like this, then how can we find? Here we will use multiple identities. That is more than one identity we will use to solving this question. Okay? Or maybe only one identity we will use. Let's see. Here you can see it is the square term. Its exponent is square, but his exponent is only 1, and it is looking like same. What is same here? These two are matching. These two are matching. A is matching and B is matching. That is A plus B and A minus B. So we can use this formula, but here we will not write the formula. Okay. So it will be A plus B, A minus B. Means A square minus B square. That is A square, that is x square. And 1 square, that is minus 1. Okay. And the value is x square plus 1. But in bracket we will write that which formula we have used. A plus B, A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. Okay. It is necessary to write the formula just right side of this in the bracket. Okay. So that I can see that you have solved it by using formula or not. Okay. So let's see. Now again you can see here x square minus 1 square, that is 1. Now x square plus 1. Now again you can see here it is matching. It is also matching. Then it is again in the formula in the base of, at first it will be x square square minus 1 square. Now again we will write the same formula. A minus B, A plus B is equal to A square minus B square. That formula we have again used. Here you can see x square to the square and here minus, then 1 square. Then it will be x to the power 4 minus 1 square. So this one will be our answer. So like this we will find continuous product. So let's see the another topic. Now, if the question is that like this, if the sum and the product of the number is given, if sum and the product of the number is given, okay. Now, if it is given that x plus y is equal to 12 and xy is equal to 40, and we have to find the value of x square plus y square. Okay, so let's see what value we will use. Here x square plus y square only. So let's see. At first we will use here a plus b value is given. At first we write given x plus y is equal to 40. Now again squaring both sides. Squaring both sides. We will again solve it by the same method which we have used in x plus 1 by x to the power 2. Okay. Again squaring both sides, then x plus y to the power 2 is equal to 14 to the power 2. It will be formula we will use here. Which formula? A plus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay. Here I am writing x square plus y square plus 2xy is equal to 14 square 196. Now x square plus y square 2xy means 2 into xy and xy value is given 14. So 2 into 14 we can write. Then x square plus y square is equal to 196 and 14 to the 28, and if we will if we will go it is there here, then it will be 28 in minus sign. Now x square plus y square is equal to 168. So like this we can find this value. Okay dear, I hope that you all have understood this question. Next video I will explain more. Thank you. But before this, I want to again repeat that three most important points which I have just explained in this video. Again I am repeating in last. That is, the first important point, to arrange all the terms of algebraic expression in a descending order of their exponent. Second, that see all the like terms. You have to add or subtract all the like terms only. And if you are adding any two expression, there is no need to change the sign. But if you are subtracting the expression, then in column method you have to change the sign of the second row. Change the sign of each term of the second row. And in linear method, you have to change the sign of that expression which where the minus sign is just outside of the bracket. Then we will change the sign of that expression. Okay? So these are the 3 points. And if in multiply and division, there is also some important point. If you are multiplying, or if at first you are adding or subtracting. If you are adding or subtracting, then you have to add only the constant term, or you have to subtract only the constant term. You cannot change the variable. Directly with same variable you will write if you are adding or subtracting. But if you are multiplying or if you are dividing, then it is necessary to multiply the constant term and the variable both. If you are constant term, to multiply constant term is very easy. But to multiply variable, we will use law and exponent laws. Okay? In chapter law and exponent, we have discussed some laws. That laws we will use. If the base is equal, then we will, and it is in multiplication form. In multiplication is multiplication form. Then we will add the exponent only, and the same variable x or y, wherever it is, we will write. Okay. But if it is division, then we will subtract the exponent. Okay. So I hope that I have cleared all your doubts. Okay, dear. So now thank you.